Hello all. Today we will discuss the Renaissance. The Renaissance marks the transition from the medieval to the modern world. The word Renaissance means rebirth. The word is used to refer to the revival of learning in Europe under the influence of the Greek and Latin classics. The medieval society was dissolved owing to a number of factors like scientific inventions, geographical discoveries, the Renaissance, the Reformation, etc. A series of remarkable geographical discoveries brought men in contact with new lands and new races. In 1453, Constantinople, the seat of all learning, fell to the Turks, who closed all the trade routes. This led to the discovery of new ocean routes. Columbus discovered America in 1492. John Cabot sailed towards the northwest and discovered Newfoundland and Labrador in 1497. Vasco da Gama rounded the Cape of Good Hope and reached India in 1498. Till then, the Mediterranean Sea was the highway of international trade. With these discoveries, the Atlantic Ocean grew in importance. The countries like Spain, Portugal, and England rose to prominence as the trading nations of the world. Soon, England developed into a great maritime power. The fall of Constantinople, the home of classical learning, made the Greek scholars flee the place. Most of them settled down in Italy and revived an interest in classical art and literature all over Europe. The new learning spread the message of humanism. People began to look at things in a new light. They refused to accept anything in blind obedience to authority. This critical attitude and the spirit of enquiry shook the very foundation of the medieval world. The Renaissance ultimately affected all spheres of life. The influence of the Renaissance reached England much later in the 15th century. The Renaissance was introduced into England by the Oxford reformers, chief of whom were John Colet, Erasmus, and Sir Thomas More. The Reformation was a byproduct of the Renaissance. Martin Luther of Germany was the leader of the Reformation. He was a professor of theology in the University of Wittenberg. He questioned the corrupted practices of the church. Luther, Calvin, and Zwingli openly challenged the church. Luther was excommunicated, but he had a large following. The movement destroyed the unity of the church. The response to the Reformation in England was slow. In England, it came more as a political movement rather than a religious movement. Henry VIII strongly supported the Pope and ordered the burning of all Luther's writings. He had been praised by the Pope as defender of faith, but later he discarded papal authority not because of any religious reason. He had fallen in love with Anne Boleyn, a court lady, and wanted to divorce his wife, Catherine, who bore him no son. But the Pope hesitated to give his sanction for the divorce because his consent should displease Charles V of Spain, the nephew of Catherine. Henry persuaded the English Parliament to pass laws by which the Pope's authority over the Church in England was replaced by the King's authority. By the Act of Supremacy in 1534, the King was declared the only supreme head of the Church of England. After Henry's death, his son, Edward VI, introduced doctrinal reformation. Mary, the daughter of Henry and Catherine, succeeded Edward VI. During her reign, England returned to Roman Catholicism, and many Protestants were forced into exile. They imbibed the teachings of Calvin. Calvinism taught them a simple form of worship and a democratic system of church government. They were called Puritans. The Puritans were strict Protestants who wanted to purify the church and get rid of all traces of the Catholic faith. Elizabeth I came to the throne after the death of her half-sister Mary in 1558 and reigned until 1603. Her church settlement was a political compromise between Catholics and Protestants. The Catholics continued their loyalty to the Pope and the Puritans wanted more radical reforms. Elizabeth firmly resisted the Puritan attempts to get her to change the religious settlement, and the movement lost momentum towards the end of her reign. After her death, her cousin James I, who was also King of Scotland, was coronated. James ruled until 1625 and was succeeded by his son Charles I. The Renaissance period in English literature spans the years 1500 to 1660. English literary forms flourished fast during the Renaissance period. A number of new genres, themes, and ideas were incorporated into English literature. Italian poetic forms became models for English poets. During the Renaissance period, the most memorable achievement in the literature was in the field of drama. The English Renaissance drama grew out of the medieval English drama. They were based on a religious theme. The three main types of medieval drama are mystery plays about Bible stories, miracle plays about the lives of saints and the miracles they performed, and morality plays, which are dramas trying to teach a moral lesson through allegorical personifications of virtues and vices. And apart from these, there existed short plays known as interludes. This form of play grew up early in the 16th century and is closely associated with the name of John Heywood, who was the court musician of Henry VIII. During the late 16th and early 17th century, drama flourished in England as never before. It became popular with the works of the university wits, whose plays set the course of Renaissance drama and paved the way for Shakespeare. The Renaissance period is usually divided into 5 subsections: Early Tudor period, 1500 to 1558, Elizabethan age, 1558 to 1603, the Jacobean age, 1603 to 1625, the Caroline age, 1625 to 1649, the Commonwealth period, 1649 to 1660. We will do the rest of the topic in the next video. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.